How's it going, everybody in the crypto community? This is Jade, back with a rabbit hole of sorts, a deep dive. It's going to be a deep dive. In this deep dive, XRP boy linked an article from 2016, and this started a flow of thoughts in my head that was like, wait, all these things kind of just like lined up all of a sudden. And so I'm going to show you what I've lined up, and you can decide what you will with what I've come up with, right? So, XRP boy links to this article, which I have up here. And when you come down to section 3, a principles-based approach to regulating Ripple, you'll see this starting with the second paragraph. The principles upon which this part rely come from the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure, so CPMI, a committee of 25 central banks that set global standards for the international regulations of payment systems. In 2012, the CPMI, along with the Technical Committee of the International Committee of Securities Commissioners. Why is committee in it twice? I don't know. But thankfully, apparently they don't put that back in there again. So anyways, they released a set of standards known as the Principles of Financial Market Infrastructures, PFMIs. So the main public policies objectives of the PFMIs are to enhance safety and efficiency in payments, clearing, and settlements, and recording arrangements, and more broadly, to limit systemic risk and foster transparency and financial stability. That is the most long-winded statement of all time. What the hell? Break it up. I don't know how, but that's like the punctuation in this, for anybody that's wondering why I'm reading this like an idiot, the punctuation and the wording is just absurd in these kind of documents, all right? So bear with me, because we just need to get through that section and this next paragraph here, and then I'm going to go over exactly what this all boils down to, right? So with respect to Ripple, the United States and international regulators are failing the PFMIs. So Principle 1, as explained below, states that a financial market utility should have a well-founded, clear, transparent, and enforceable legal bias for which material aspects of its activities in all relevant jurisdictions. But this does not yet exist for Ripple. And because it likely qualifies as a financial market utility, and the US and Europe have largely adopted the PFMIs, they are neglecting their legal duty to ensure a legitimate legal regime supports Ripple. Part of this note's goal is to help US regulators and international bodies begin the process of providing a well-founded legal basis for Ripple. This note's second goal is to provide substantive suggestions for how to improve these PFMIs to account for the different risks Ripple and other DIPs pose. DIPs being essentially blockchain, there's a terminology for it up here earlier at the beginning. They're decentralized internet payment protocols, is what they refer to DIPs as. Okay, so what they're basically saying in this is that the United States and Europe are actually the biggest, their central banks, the Fed and the European Central Bank, are the biggest barriers for Ripple right now to actually achieve legitimacy in the global ecosystem. So, with that said, there was an interesting thing that happened towards the beginning of June, and it had a lot of us hyped because it had a lot of us thinking that Christine Lagarde was going to make some kind of big announcement at the G20 summit, because, why else was she being paraded on the Trevor Noah show, right? And there was some interesting things that she said, but then there was this segment where Trevor, well, I'll just let you listen to this, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So, interesting. Just interesting little exchange. It doesn't mean anything at the time that that's said, right? But keeping in mind, again, the European Central Bank and the United States are currently preventing a level playing field from rolling out. So, the Fed and European Central Bank, nothing to say about the politicians in any of these groups. It's individuals in these committees who are making poor decisions based upon their personal biases. But something interesting, Trump recently, as in this came out on the 5th on CNN, Trump picks another Fed member who believes in the gold standard. This one really means it. And we've all listened to, I believe, a clip from this woman. I believe it may actually be this one, I believe. Let me see real quick. Yeah. A digital gold, a unit of account for everything. A global reserve currency, if you will, that underpins the value of everything on top of it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we need nowadays. Because I think I know exactly what this woman's talking about. Glass cliff. The Fed's on a glass cliff. Trump's calling in the women. And then we get this, right? Who was just recently put onto the head of the European Central Bank? Oh yeah, Christine Lagarde. And she's already issuing serious warnings about the threats posed to the financial system by these cryptocurrencies that are now shaking the system, and that this shaking could signal a change in the ECB's approach to Bitcoin and crypto, and potentially spur adoption. This being posted on Forbes just today, right? So, well, today being the 7th, I'm posting this for most Americans on the 8th. So, but nonetheless, very interesting stuff. It goes on down here to say Lagarde appears to have a different opinion of Bitcoin and crypto to that of the outgoing president, Mario Draghi, who earlier this year said cryptocurrencies are not currencies, but highly risky assets, distancing the ECB and other central banks from crypto experimentation and the responsibility of regulating cryptocurrencies. Elsewhere, Lagarde's background as a politician has caused some to predict that she will take a radically different approach to running the ECB than that of her predecessors, all of whom have been traditionally trained economists over the ECB's 21st or 21-year history. So, there's going to be a reckoning at the ECB, and hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. I would not want to be on Christine Lagarde's bad side over there at the ECB. So, oh, and this same article, I wish I knew what page it was on here, but the conclusion of this here article, as is outlined by XRP Boy here, thankfully he highlights for us, right, the best part of it. Ripple's advantages suggest that users will increasingly utilize the system in place of traditional payment processes. So there you go. Ripple is going to take over, and they're already doing it. We're watching hundreds of financial institutions adopt Ripple, XRapid, and join, or not just XRapid, but XCurrent and XRapid, and becoming parts of the RippleNet ecosystem. It's only a matter of time until the these old houses of financial liquidity, the central banks, which are now infiltrated by digital asset friendly individuals who are discussing things like, I don't know, a digital gold standard on national TV. I really don't understand how it's hype to say what they're saying on national TV, right? I don't know. Maybe it's probably hype. You know, can't trust anything on the real or on mainstream media. So why trust the words of, oh, I don't know, somebody that's actually working in the Fed now and is talking this kind of stuff on national TV? I hope that those of you out there who are watching to this point understand the frustration I feel, and know that I do feel the frustration because it reflects on the price. There are so many people naysaying out there because they want to say that what we're digging up is conspiracy. They don't want to accept the reality of what's staring us dead smack in the face. But as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is really just fun research that I enjoy while dumping as much as I possibly can into this asset. So please do your own research, and always make your own financial decisions. Again, I'm compromised likely in regards to XRP simply because I invest so heavily into it. But that said, I feel that at least you'll know if I lose hope, because I'll be on here telling you, hey, I'm cutting out bags or whatever it is, right? So at least you'll know that if you're hurting as an investor, I'm hurting too. At any rate, if you're new, please be sure to hit that subscribe and ring that bell so you can stay up to date with all my newest content. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit that like on your way out. As always, I can't wait to see all of you in my next video on Mars.